A lot of game left, and again, of course, with ours here, 14-6, with Gate City in the lead. So,
and just a reminder, all our Southwest Virginia games start at 7, where 99% of your Tennessee games start at 7:30. So that's why we're always slightly ahead. But we've got about 13 minutes to go here in the first half, at halftime, as Lehigh continues their halftime performance as we have the Lehigh marching band.
So I would have hated to have been in the locker room at Ridgeview again when you got the number one team in Southwest Virginia, and you've got John Battle keeping you scoreless. Not so much more. Again, the Wolfpack come out on 4 plays that go straight down the field. They scored. Again, it was a 4-yard touchdown run by Adkins. 7-0 now. Ridgeview leads early in the third quarter.
They may be implementing themselves to this weather condition. So
on senior night as well. So
as you say, senior night and homecoming night will always sometimes cause about an extra 7 to 10 points with all the excitement that goes on during something like that. So we'll take a break, Joe. We're about halfway through the first half of the halftime show. So
and we do want to thank Campus Drive-In. They do a tremendous job out there in Kane Street, just about 200 yards away from Legion Field. At Gate City, they're open, of course, till 10 o'clock tonight. Don't know if we'll be able to get there quick enough tonight.
If anybody wants to buy our supper, we'll meet them there.
Exactly, after hours. But Campus Drive-In, they do a tremendous job. Also, they do the Haunted Warehouse there in Weber City. Like I said, if you're looking for a fun activity to do this weekend, make sure to go because, again, they are open all the way through Halloween through the 1st of November. So, we'll take a break. We'll get caught up on some scores. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports on the Campus Drive-In Halftime Show. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Whether you're headed out to the game or if you're just looking for something great to eat, stop by and see the outstanding folks at the Campus Drive-In on Kane Street in Gate City. Campus Drive-In supporting Gate City Athletics for over 60 years, and they have a tremendous selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, and they're open 7 days a week. Also go in and ask about their new ice cream machine as well. So give them a call for call-in orders at 276-386-3702. Again, that's 276-386-3702. Tracing the roots all the way back to 1962, Weber City Drug is your locally owned pharmacy that offers personal customer service to the entire family. They strive to meet your prescription and over-the-counter needs and accept most insurance plans. They are located in Weber City across from Roberts Tire, so give them a call today at 276-386-3482. Again, that's 276-386-3482. You can also go online at wcdrugcenter.com, and they're also on Facebook, and they're open 6 days a week. Whether you're headed out to the game or if you're just looking for something great to eat, stop by and see the outstanding folks at the Campus Drive-In on Kane Street in Gate City. Campus Drive-In supporting Gate City Athletics for over 60 years, and they have a tremendous selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, and they're open 7 days a week. Also go in and ask about their new ice cream machine as well. So give them a call for call-in orders at 276-386-3702. Again, that's 276-386-3702.
And we're back here, about 9 minutes left on halftime again here at Lehigh High School. Gate City with a 14-6 advantage. We'll get to some of the scores and highlights as we go around the region here again. Just talking about during the break, Dobbins-Bennett, Hardin Valley. Good ball game. Now starting to be a good football game. Drove it 92 yards, punching in there with a little bit of time left in the second quarter. It is 17-7 now. Dobbins-Bennett with the lead. Elizabethton has started to climb back into the ball game. 4:17 left in the second quarter. 21-13 is the score again from Greenville. A couple other scores that's come in over just the last few seconds. Again, Happy Valley with that 16-8 lead over Sullivan North. That game being played at Sullivan North. Tennessee High, Davy Crockett, that's still at 7, not up at 7. And talking about Loretta, you're talking about Twin Springs there. Yeah, they're taking it on the chin right now. Eastside has opened up to a 44-0 lead. They scored, kicked off, and then the fumble, they picked it up, took it all the way into the end zone. 44-0. Right now they lead over the Twin Springs Titans. Union is up 28-0. Just down the road from us over Wise Central as that game is now at the half as well. So,
and we are having an extended halftime here. I believe they're going to have some of the extra cheerleaders to go on, but we still have right at 8 minutes to go. It's been a long first half, so. As the Lehigh marching band finishes a great performance on the field, I believe they're going to have their cheerleaders probably had a camp or a clinic here. A lot of future Lehigh General cheerleaders getting ready to go out on the field and perform with still about 7.5 minutes to go in the half. So we'll take a break here at halftime, and we'll play a few commercials, pay a few bills, and thank our sponsors. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Whether you're headed out to the game or if you're just looking for something great to eat, stop by and see the outstanding folks at the Campus Drive-In on Kane Street in Gate City. Campus Drive-In supporting Gate City Athletics for over 60 years, and they have a tremendous selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items, and they're open 7 days a week. Also go in and ask about their new ice cream machine as well. So give them a call for call-in orders at 276-386-3702. Again, that's 276-386-3702. Ken Russell's Barbershop wants to wish the Gate City Blue Devils the best for a great season and wants to thank all the Blue Devil fans, alumni, and students for their patronage over the last 30 years. And to look your best at the next Blue Devil sporting event, stop by and see Ken and Joey on your way to the game. They are located on Lynn Garden Drive in Kingsport next to Collins Auto Center. Proud supporters of local athletics for almost 4 decades, Ken and Joey Russell say, "Go Big Blue!"
This is Sarah Thompson of the Gate City Volleyball, Basketball, and Softball teams, and you're listening to Home of the Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
And we're back here on the Campus Drive-In halftime show as we go around the region, talk about the scores and some of the stats from the first half. Biggest stats, 3 Gate City turnovers to Lehigh's 1. Again, that one of them set up the 6 points that Lehigh took the ball 30-some yards and went into the end zone. And talk about the emotion of a halftime or emotion of a first half. 5 penalties on Gate City, 5 penalties on Lehigh. We're on track for 10 penalties apiece before the end of the game. Again, talking about the scoring in the first half. 2-yard plunge by John Sally with 7:39 left in the first quarter. It was 7-0 Gate City. Then Luke Reed with a powerful run off left side, the 35 yards out. 3:43 left in the first quarter. It was 14-0 Gate City. But again, some turnovers started to slow the Blue Devils down. And then it was Blake Lewis from 5 yards out. They powered in. 9:33 left in the second quarter that they missed the extra point. Huge. Again, we talked about that last week with the Marion ball game. We left points on the score off the scoreboard as well as Marion. You know, they had the opportunities to really put another basically touchdown on the board. They went away from it and again allowed us back in the ball game. But again, so that's your scoring from the first half, 14-6. Of course, with Sally with that one interception as well. We got the ball back, great momentum. Again, we hit the ball on the 45-yard line with just over a minute left. First thing we did was throw an interception. So the turnovers, we just got to stay away from them.
We got 7 points off of the turnover of Lehigh. Lehigh fumbled the kickoff basically, and we were able to recover that. Then we scored. Our one turnover allowed them to get their 6 points, and of course, as you said, they missed the extra point. But our other two turnovers have been momentum killers, and the turnovers have been a fumble on the option, a fumble on a simple play to the right over here, and then an ill-advised pass into double coverage. So those have been the 3 turnovers for Gate City tonight. So
couple scores just came in, got updated. Cade Larkins added again inside the Stone Castle, drives them on a long drive. That game now at halftime, 14-7. Davy Crockett with the lead over Tennessee High. Dobbs Bennett went down all the way and threw an interception into the end zone. Hardin Valley with the ball. Again, they turn it around. 17-7 still.
Hardin Valley will win this game, Joe. I've been saying it since 5 o'clock. Hardin Valley will win this football game.
Sullivan South now extending their lead 21-0 over Sullivan East. Grundy comes back 13-8 now, leading J.I. Burton. That game about to go to halftime. Holston all over Northwood, ruining homecoming for the Panthers. That game 32-0. Thomas Walker just over the mountain from us here with an early lead, 14-0. That game was still in the first quarter. If we get an update, we'll pass that along as well. And of course, we talked about and I take it back. South now is now up 24-0 over Sullivan East. Luke Pollock, we saw him earlier in the year.
Yes, we did.
Dynamic young man. He is just apparently just doing what he wants to with the football in that Sullivan East defense. And you got to feel for Sullivan East now at 0-7, and it doesn't look good again as they move forward. They of course are out of playoff contention at this point as well. Again, at halftime, of course, Twin Springs did score right before half off of a turnover. That game now 44-8. That game just now going to halftime. And as we look at some other scores coming in around the region, again, a couple of penalties in that Elizabeth and Greenville game. That game still just a 1-touchdown ball game. Daniel Boone again goes 3 and out. Cobb County sort of is fighting hard. Let's see here. Teasley with 11-yard scoring run puts Burton up ahead on Grundy. Now that game going back and forth. That is a 16-13 ball game. Again, J.I. Burton. I predicted that one early. I think that, you talk about he's just such a good throwing quarterback. And in around this region, it's just hard to beat a good throwing quarterback again. J.I. Burton now with that 16-13 advantage over the Golden Wave in a good football game over in Norton. And we're over here, Rob, in Lee County. We've got a ball game across the mountain over at Thomas Walker, one right down the road in Big Stone Gap at Union. And you've got a good football game. You've got great games all around us within just about 15-20 minutes of each other. So a lot of great ball games going on. Again, Bridgeview with a 7-0 lead over Battle. Richlands, that game still at 7-0. That started into the third quarter. Lord Bodytown over Bluefield. Kind of an upset going on right now. Again, Bluefield are reigning 2A state champions in West Virginia. They now are down 14-3 as that score just got updated as well. Kate Ballard, he's running all over the place. Looks like they're starting to drive the ball again. Thomas Walker, that game we just got another touchdown up on the board for the Pioneers. That game now at 21-0 as we've got.
Actually the end of the first half.
We've made it to the end of the first of halftime.
Feels like the first half, but there may be an injured person down here, Joe, over to the left side. If those of you looking, you'll have to spin it even more, Joe, down in the far end of the end zone. There's a bunch of emergency workers down here with a board. Somebody might have fallen or something, so because they have put more time on the clock, we may be waiting on a rescue vehicle to come to move this person away. That's just a guess from where we're standing, some 50 yards away, that they seem to be working on someone on a backboard down here. So they have put more time on the clock, and it was a long halftime anyway. We just hope. Yeah, it looks like one of the dancers has hurt themselves. So we'll let's take another break right now, and we'll see exactly what's going on. Again, they put about 2 or 3 minutes back on the clock, so this will be an extended halftime. You can run out and grab you something to eat and listen to it on the way back. But right now, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Ken Russell's Barbershop wants to wish the Gate City Blue Devils
Sydney,
the
you
best
just
for a
started
great
watching. It's
season.
14-6 right now. Gate City with the advantage. 3 first half turnovers for Gate City. 2 fumbles and the interception. Lehigh turned the ball over once.
Stop by and see Ken and
Played
Joey on
pretty
the
well
way to the
though.
game.
Whenever we haven't been
They're located
shooting ourselves in the foot,
on
and that's
Drive,
14-6.